Good Erev Shabbos. It's Parshas Lech-Lecha, and we're reading the story of Abraham. And one of the co-stars, a supporting role that is Lot, who joins Abraham and Sarah as they leave to head to the land of Israel. And the Torah indicates more than once that Lot was, so to speak, tagging along in a good way, meaning he was coming along looking at Abraham as the leader because he wanted to be like Abraham. So Lot obviously had an extremely strong spiritual side to him, as evidenced by his desire to, be with Abraham, act like Abraham, do things with Abraham, etc., etc., and to see himself as, subordinate to Abraham. Yet on the other hand, everybody knows that Lot, in the end, chose to go to Sodom, lured by the wealth and the pleasure of that society. And before long, shortly after the cities of Sodom were destroyed because of their tremendous evil, Lot did escape, the commentaries say, in the merit of Abraham. And unfortunately, his daughters got him drunk, but only the first time, according to the commentaries, was he totally off the hook because he didn't understand or know what was going on because he was so drunk. He awoke during that period, realizing what had happened when it was too late already. And the next night, he let them get drunk, let them get him drunk, and he, so to speak, willingly lost control and enjoyed a second night with a different daughter. And this, of course, is a grave evil that we're talking about over here. And there were other issues that Lot displayed that were negative too. Who is Lot? Well, Lot is basically, he's the 50-50 guy. In a certain sense, I think he's more like all of us. We're not Abrahams, let's face it. Read our article just before this link to the video, and you'll see what Abraham was like. He was just not a man interested in this world at all, even when he was given it and promised to him by God. But Lot was a person who had a foot in both camps, apparently maybe even all the time. And that's dangerous. It can get you into lots of trouble. It reminds me very much of when Eliyahu, otherwise known in English as Elijah, spoke to the Jewish people and said, "How long can you stand on two fences?" Which sounds an awful lot like our expression, "Can you dance at two weddings?" It's hard to have your foot enjoying the best of all in the physical world, and yet to be strongly connected in the spiritual world, unless, so to speak, you're an Abraham, or at least an Abraham type for our generation. You have to be really careful not to let it pull you. And this is one of the tricks of being a Jew, is using Jewish law, using the halacha to be intensely religious, even at the same time as being a person who's not sheltered from the physical world that's around him, and to some extent involved in it as well. So my blessing to all of you is you should be able to balance things. And if you've got your foot in more than one camp, then be careful and balance it appropriately and succeed in everything you do. Good Shabbos.